Talk, where we talk news.
If this is your first time, hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell so you don't miss out on anything. Also hit the like button to help support this channel. And also, if you're into Facebook, which a lot of people are, we have a group that we created for anybody, any type of views, to share whatever you want and interact with the people that's on there. We have a lot of fun. It's real fun. You can share, literally anything. But let's talk about this debate. This debate was actually really, really good.
Hold
on before we get started. We want to know you guys' thoughts too, the people that's watching. So please comment your thoughts about it as we go on too. So, all right.
Let's just give props to the moderator.
Oh,
man. She did one hell of a job compared to Chris Wallace.
Oh, the moderator. That's like the huge difference in this debate is the moderator, for one.
I can't believe the VP candidates did better than the actual presidential candidates.
Yeah, they did better than the actual people that's running for presidency. I think we should vote Pence.
Shoot up. Yeah, that's crazy.
So what are your actual initial thoughts overall?
Well, let's just say I caught Kamala in quite a few lies. Sorry.
There's
quite a few lies. And then there she was saying that they're just as transparent and Biden is just as truthful.
Oh yeah, she was saying how
bull.
She was saying how Biden. She was saying how Biden is always gives out his health, how good he is on his health. No, he doesn't. You don't even know how good he is.
He's not even. I don't think he's ever said anything once about what's going on with him now.
Well, I don't think he knows. He's like.
Oh yeah, he probably knows.
Crippling.
He probably knows.
Well, what I noticed the most about this debate, this debate was so much better. Okay. But what I noticed most about this debate is when Harris started talking, yeah, she sounded good and all. She was throwing jabs. But as soon as Pence stuff in his mouth, man, he was all like, boom!
He like uppercut her. He was like...
Yeah,
he was the most nicest, ruthless person. He
was
was so
really
nice about it.
What I liked about him the most is he would call her out on all of her BS, like, up front.
But he did it respectfully.
Yeah, even he was just calm. He's like, you know what, Harris, you're just a dummy. He didn't say that.
Why? That's why.
I love that about him. And if he didn't have the time to answer, he took the next question.
Yeah, I love how both of them did that. They didn't even go directly to the question she just asked. They's like, well, I've got to let's go back. Dude, I thought that was great.
Yeah, they did amazing. And I want to point out, when they talk about the economy, I don't think Biden and Harris gets to talk about the economy because of how good Trump and Pence have done. Even Pence said himself that the average household of 4 people gained, $2,000 on average?
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Biden wants to take away
Donna says yes, he was on point.
He was amazing.
For sure, Donna, for sure.
But Joe Biden wants to take away all the stuff Trump put into place that has made the economy boom. And he has pointed it out several times, and she just wanted to excuse that.
My question is, Kamala, she was going back to... We've got a plan. We've got a plan. For 47 years, when did you install this plan of yours, Biden? You even said that once you're in office, you're going to take back those tax cuts that Donald did. How's that going to help the economy? How you said that you're going to shut states back down because of COVID. How is that supposed to help economy? You said that you're going to make the economy better than Trump has. How, if you're going to shut it down, take back, and reverse everything that Trump has done? How is that going to help the economy?
And another key thing that the difference is on these two, I think it was the first thing I started talking about. Pence and Trump lets the people make their own decisions. They trust the American people. Harris wants to force citizens, talks about a lot of mandates, and this is what Pence was pointing out, and wants all government control. That's the huge difference. I mean, what sounds better to you about that? I want to know you guys' opinion on that.
We got another. Donna says he never really says what his plans are. Neither did Harris.
Yeah, they say they got these plans, and they say experts say that they're gonna make this much more. What experts are they talking to? I've never seen any experts say any of that. I mean, I think it's just bogus stuff they're bringing up to convince.
Let's talk about how Kamala brought up Trump not doing anything about the COVID crisis.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. And then how Pence stops her in her tracks and
That's
says
actually
that
really good.
60 million people contracted the swine flu under Biden's supervision.
Right. Not only that, but the people that was with Biden on their campaign dealing
Uh-huh.
with that swine flu said they dealt with it they're the worst people that's ever dealt with a disease. So if the swine flu ended up being more deadly than the coronavirus, there would have been a lot more people to die from that.
Yeah.
And another thing is they can't say they would have done a better job on anything because they don't know. This is supposedly a new virus that's never happened before. Nobody knows. So they can sit here and say they could do better all they want, but they don't know. Not only that, when Trump did the travel ban on China, they were totally against that because he was xenophobic and stuff and
They said he was
doing it too soon.
he was acting too fast on it, and how would they have done any different? How would they have taken the precautionaries that Trump did if they thought that he was moving too soon, doing things too early?
I think one of my favorite parts too that Pence was brought up because Harris was talking about how they're gonna stop Trump's taxes and stuff, and he goes on to say, you know, it's funny you talk about how the economy and all, but you guys are wanting to take back on day one the taxes that they put in place to help us American people, and they're saying day one they're gonna take that away.
Yeah.
So I mean, what sounds better to you? People that want the American people to work for themselves, or Harris and Biden?
Well, I like how she was saying that Biden respects people, that he respects the American by telling the Americans how it is, by telling Americans the truth, because Americans should know the truth, and that's how Biden respects us. What
Well, I like
truth?
how Pence kept saying that. Like, if something didn't get out, Pence would say, you know, I think the American people need to know this. So he would say it.
Yeah.
I really like that. And the thing about the forest management thing that started all the fires and stuff, you go look it up. That it's because they don't have any forest management. It's why those fires are there. There's all kinds of dead trees and brush and all kinds of crap in these forests, and that's why they burn down all the time.
Well, talking about the Green New Deal and everything, whenever she was saying how Biden said that he wasn't for it, he didn't support it, but then Pence goes and says, well, if you do take a look at the the moderator had moderator, not comrader. The moderator had said that if you take a look at the page, you will see that it says on the page that they support it because it's crucial. And then Pence, he goes and redirects the question back to Harris because she didn't answer it.
She still didn't answer it.
No, she didn't answer it, but he left her speechless. I thought that was epic.
We
That
got
was
another
great.
comment. Says Biden wouldn't know the truth if it smacked him in the face, and it has smacked him a couple times. He don't know it though because he's probably sleeping. It wakes him up.
That's what you call woke.
Yeah, but I totally agree with that comment. Where was I? Yeah, a really key point I really liked in that whole debate too is when they were asking about the transfer of power. Because moderator saying Trump has said several times that he won't be peaceful about it, and no, that's not true. What he was saying is if it's
if he suspects fraud.
if he suspects fraud, why would he want to, you know?
Okay, so
And not only that, let me finish real quick.
Okay.
Not only that, I'm glad that Pence brought up that since 2016 they haven't peacefully transferred the power away anyway. They keep fighting against Trump, especially with the Russia collusion thing that they got nothing off of for years. We got another comment. Climate change happens. It's happened forever. It doesn't call to wildfire or hurricanes. I believe Pence actually brought up that the experts were saying hurricanes has actually went down.
yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I haven't. That's just what Pence was saying. I would like to fact check that though.
You were just saying something.
About the peaceful transfer of power. That's what I was just talking about.
Going back to the mail-in voting and how Pence was saying that it could be suspected of fraudulent. Today we got in the mail the mail-in voting form, which had someone else's name. The person who lived in this house before we had moved in, because we just moved in almost a year ago, and it had his name. We could have filled it out, turned it in, and no one would have been any of the wiser and said, hey, we didn't get a form to fill out with our names on it. That would be the truth. But also, we wouldn't have, we got 2 more comments.
Yeah.
We also wouldn't have, well, I forgot where I was going with that. I see the comments. Yeah, it did. But anyway, we could have turned in the mail-in voting form that had the other name on it and then asked for another one. But we did. Well, our kids ripped it up anyway, so it's in the trash.
But the point is, it's obviously going to be a huge...
It could be fraudulent, just as Trump expects it to be.
Well, they don't want to believe Trump because it's Trump saying it.
Well, it doesn't matter if Trump says
All right,
it.
we got to do 2 more comments. Jessica says he said that they were the same as they've been for 100 of years, the hurricanes. So.
Yeah, I mean, I had another thing earlier. I had a question for you, going back to the economy about. Kamala was saying how it's a complete disaster. How do you feel about that? How she says that the economy is a complete disaster and Biden is going to do better.
Oh, I love it because, for one, they've both admitted they're going to, from day one, take away the taxes that Trump has put into place that made the economy boom. Mm-hmm. That's number 1 they're going to do. Number 2, they're going to shut down the economy again because of COVID-19, and on top of that, make all kinds of stuff free for you. The newsflash, the stuff they're wanting to make free is not going to be free.
Who pays for that?
The taxpayer's going to have to pay for it. So shutting down the economy is what they're going to do because of COVID. Taking back the taxes that Trump put into place that helped the economy boom, and also make more stuff free. That's not going to help anything. Nothing at all.
Couldn't tell you how many times I wanted to smack Kamala, however you pronounce her name. I wanted to smack, because she blatantly told so many lies. Free is never free.
Yeah, exactly. Free is never ever free.
No.
Someone's got to pay for it.
You know,
and it's usually all the people combined.
Every time she says the word free, all she sees is dollar bills.
Well, it just annoys me when they say free because it's not free. What they'll probably do is make it's tax. Is what they'll do. Where everybody has to pay on it. It's forced to pay on it.
What do you?
But hold on a second. Let me finish because you still asked. I still got to finish that question you asked me about. The economy. Because Harris was saying that the economy is a complete disaster now. For one, it was the coronavirus that stopped it, and the states is what shut down. But number 2, they're coming back at higher records. They're setting records now for how fast it's coming back. Even the experts, they like saying calling these experts out, even said that they did not see this coming. They thought it would take longer. So.
Well, probably under Biden's administration, it would have taken longer. That's what they expect.
I just think when it comes to the economy, Biden and Harris has no room to talk in that field at all, because Trump has obviously proved himself, and they try so hard. They always attack him on this coronavirus because the media pushes out.
So we get the coronavirus, right? Trump, he acts like a leader. He doesn't want to scare the people if he isn't for certain about what it is. Well, whenever he does, he takes precautionary steps and he bans travel to and from China. That he gets called xenophobe. And I would like to know how Biden would have done anything different. Okay, we didn't get another one. How would Biden have done anything different if he was going to say he
like what he's gonna do differently to combat the virus? Is that what you're saying?
Not only that, but like if say he does get into office, okay, he said he's going to shut down the economy.
Which doesn't need to be shut down because it would destroy a lot of American lives.
I can't read that.
Yeah, I'll read it over here. The economy would be even better if all governors would open up their states. Yes, but they're not.
I agree.
They're flipping out about that.
I did have another question for you.
For me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Whenever going back.
Hold on before you say that, I love how she always keeps bringing up this race thing too.
Oh, that's.
Okay, I'll let you.
Okay, so Kamala?
Yeah.
Kamala, okay, I'm just going to call her Harris. I'm just going to call her Harris. Okay, so Harris was saying, notice how whenever Trump is in office that there's no black people sitting in the court, right?
Yeah, I believe she said something like that. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm paraphrasing.
He didn't hire
yeah. Okay.
any black,
Why do they keep throwing race into the mixture. Whenever they shouldn't even make it anything racial. What does it matter if they're not qualified? Then they shouldn't be in there. Like if a black
it doesn't matter what
person
your race, if
isn't
you're not qualified.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're Hispanic, Latino. It does not matter. Your race, if you're qualified or if you're not qualified, you're not qualified. You can't get into.
Yeah, the color of skin does not make you qualified for a job. And it's like she seemed like she was
She was Okay, so whenever she said that, I felt like she was trying to say.
Jessica says she had to do that to avoid the question.
Well, I felt like she did that so that way for the black viewers who were in the audience, who was watching, would be all like, yeah, well, why didn't Trump do that? Trump is racist. They do that so that way they can loop the black community and pull them in.
Well, you can see the two differences when the two parties debate, okay? The Democrats, Harris and Biden, every time they debate, this is what their strategy is to play off the emotions of Americans.
Yeah.
That's what their strategy. They'll come in and say that it's all about facts, and then they'll sit there and lie. What they bring up is stuff that the media has been pushing. That's been obviously lie, and Pence pointed that out. They only take part of a quote that they say, and they turn it around and make it look like they're saying something bad. When in reality, if you actually read the whole quote or what they actually said, it's totally different. And that's what they play on. They play on the emotions of the American people, and that's because that's what the American people see all the time is what they're saying on the news. So Pence points it out. Pence, that party, the Republican Party, they actually play on what they have done and what the other party is wanting to do that will destroy American people. And they also say that they want to give the American people the power to choose. And that's exactly what they started off with.
I just love.
That's why whenever Tom Harris said something, she'd look in the camera and bring up this race thing or say some lies that Trump supposedly said, like calling military people suckers and losers. They keep bringing that up. He never said that. He never said military personnel.
Well, they've got to twist it so that way they can fit their narrative of what they're trying to portray Trump as.
Well, not only that, Pence will be like, "You said this yourself," and she's like, "No, I didn't."
She even lied. She said, "What was that?" She
She's
said
so annoying
about cutting taxes or whatever. What was it? She said that
cutting taxes.
Yeah, whenever he
cutting
comes
only
back,
higher taxes or whatever, like people.
she said, what'd she say?
Harris did not like Pence bringing up her record. Oh no.
Oh no, that threw her
triggered.
into a frenzy.
That was great. I love that. I will not have him talk about my record and tell the American people the truth. She didn't deny all of that. She didn't deny it one bit what he said. She just brought up something else.
No, because she knew she couldn't deny
it. And then
it.
she said that's what the standard should be for everybody. I looked at her like, what?
Yeah.
Dude, Harris is something else, man. Harris is something else. I like Pence though. Pence is a good guy.
I loved his answers. He remained calm, which is complete opposite of Trump.
Another thing is they brought up a lot of stuff that was asked in the last debate, which I'm kind of glad because they answered a lot better. They actually let the two people talk. Mm-hmm. I thought it was for a little bit. It wasn't going to be like that though because they did start to interrupt at first.
That the moderator did a fairly good
job. The
moderator
made
unbiased.
such a big difference.
Yes.
In this, a huge difference, and it helped out tremendously.
Yeah. Well, she's not going to be slammed on the media.
I hope not, at least. I think
Wallace
she did a really good job.
Yeah,
what do you guys think about
definitely.
the moderator on this one versus what's his name?
Wallace.
You think she did a lot better? I personally think she did an amazing job.
Yeah.
About as good as they can get. Almost. I mean, I'm sure they can get better, but I think she did a pretty good job.
We were talking how, like, if we were the moderator, because you know how she kept having to say, "Excuse me, Vice President."
Thank you, Vice President.
You.
Your time
Thank
is
you,
up.
Pence.
Thank you. I'd just be like, ah, until they quit. I'd be horrible at it.
Yeah.
I would love to do it, though.
But the question that the 8th grader...
I got a couple comments. She did do better than Wallace. Mm-hmm. Is the first comment. And then Jessica said, did anyone else notice her saying she was among the peaceful protests? Now, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm so glad you brought that up.
I made notes on that.
There's been she's even said on camera that the protests are not going to stop, and they should not stop, and they will not stop after the election.
You
Ameri-
shared that video.
Yeah, I've shared it. That American people should prepare. If it's a peaceful protest, why does American people need to prepare for a peaceful protest? Is my first question. The second question, I don't think I got a second question. All right, we got another comment though. Yeah, she did. She done better, but Pence still did not get the same amount of time as Harris. We timed it a couple times. Yeah, I kind of felt like he did get cut off short a few times.
Yeah.
I was wanting a time, but I didn't have a timer.
I like how she said that fairly equal time.
Roughly, yeah, roughly.
She said roughly equal.
They need to have a
time.
timer, so they can
Yeah.
actually get like the same exact amount. But I did notice a few times because there's a few times it's like, okay, I'll give you 15 seconds. Then Kamala Harris, okay, I'll give you 30.
Well, she did. Well, she did give. In all fairness, she did give Pence a minute to reply to Harris.
Okay, well,
So.
but I did notice that they didn't get equal time, but I don't think they got a timer, so they don't really know. Still, but I think she did. Overall, she did a lot better than Wallace.
Yeah, she
So.
did. She did better.
All right, was there anything else we?
I was just gonna say, what did you think about the 8th graders question?
Oh man, that the last question with the 8th grader, saying that all she sees on TV is arguing back and forth. Pence's answer was obvious. I think personally was the better answer. Not only because I support that side, I just think that he was more truthful. I was like, look, we're gonna argue. The debates, back and
People
forth.
love to argue.
We're going to argue, but at the end of the day, that we can come together. That's how America is. That's how we're always going to be. So don't focus on what's being done on TV because that will mislead you.
And then
Essentially, is what I
Harris
got from it.
goes and tries to make it all political. You know how
Yeah,
she
Harris
rolls.
made it sound like she was trying
trying
to get her vote.
Yeah. That's what I told him. She tries to make it all political, and at the end, she was saying something how, remember this or something, like whenever you go and vote. Like, that she probably didn't even listen to a word Kamala said.
Pence
She
answered
like-
it great. All right, well, we
Yeah.
got another couple more comments. You got to say that. I can't because it's mama.
What
To
is
me.
it?
Say Donna.
Donna says Pence answered it great. Harris just pitched Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pence definitely answered great. Harris was just all about more political, like, giving like a bogus answer.
And then Jessica says, on a not so serious note, did anyone else notice the fly chilling on Pence's head drove him?
Actually, no,
I
I
don't
didn't.
think I've noticed that.
I didn't even see that. Did anybody else see that? A fly on
I might,
Pence's head? Poor
I
guy.
might have to go and
Every time you
rewatch
see like a
that.
random hand go behind his head like this, it was like smack
Smack
it.
it.
Harris would have loved
No,
to
but
do
I
it.
did notice how shiny his forehead was.
I didn't notice that either. I wouldn't pay
I
attention to
did.
his forehead.
Well, I mean, his hair was so white, and then
Well, one day our hair's gonna
and
like
then
that.
his eyebrows in contrast to his hair.
I like the
don't
guy
know.
though. I like him a lot. Though.
Yeah.
He's real chill and. I
He's
like him.
he's the complete opposite of what Trump is. Complete opposite.
I like-
Got another one.
I like the way he handled that debate a lot better.
Yeah.
It was on his head for a good 5 minutes.
That reminds me of whenever Trump and what's her name?
Trump. Oh, you talking about the
Shoot, why can't I remember her name? She's corrupt. Oh,
Nancy?
no?
I love how that's the first person that comes to my head. They're all corrupt, baby.
No, okay, the one she was fighting with, the girl
The one Harris was
tries to
fighting with?
run with the president last time with Trump. What is her
Oh,
freaking Clinton? Why in the hell can I not think of her name? Remember the last time, whenever the debate happened between Trump and Clinton, she had a fly on her too? What is up with the flies?
It's a sign. I'm just kidding. I don't know if it was or not.
I hope it's not a sign.
I don't got another one. Yeah,
Hillary, yeah, thanks. I don't know why I couldn't think of her name.
Clinton. Oh, it's like Hillary and then Clinton.
Yeah,
All
thanks.
You got anything else, baby?
No.
I think that's all. If there's anything else you guys want to add before we get off, we just kind of hit
I do want to say that everything that Harris said that wasn't going to be taking place if Biden was in office, Biden has already said it was going to happen.
Well, that's the thing between both of them. They'll say one thing unless the voters don't agree with it. Then they'll change it. That's what they do. They say what they want to do, or they say what they think the American people want to hear, so they can get the vote.
They
Trump-
say what sounds the best.
Trump does not change. He tells you how he wants it done.
What's
and
that say?
Nice pick. What?
What?
Oh yeah. Open it. Open it. What do you mean? Open it. Nice pick. I don't get what that means. You want to explain that? Because I don't know what that means. Where's it going?
What?
Where's Clinton?
Who is that?
I don't know. I don't know what he means. Open it. Nice pick. I don't get it. You want to explain that? Because I don't know what you mean.
I mean, if that's the same troll that was on our other video.
No, babe. I don't know what it means. So let's just give him time to answer. Where was that going?
I don't know.
Damn, what was I saying?
I don't know.
Harris? Was I talking about Harris?
I don't know.
Gosh dang it. We got to rewind now. All right. Well, if there's anything else.
Oh, you were talking about how they're gonna say what the public wants to hear.
Well, yeah. That's already said that though. Yeah, that's true.
I know, because you just
All
kept
right.
rambling.
27 days left until election.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's
That
coming
is-
close.
That's so close. I'm ready to vote.
Yeah, I'm ready to get this over with, so
And I just
we
hope,
get over whatever's gonna happen.
I just hope and pray that it is a fair election, that nothing is fraudulent.
Yeah, but I got a feeling it's gonna be something's gonna happen. I
Yeah.
think so.
It's bound to happen.
Something's gonna happen.
I mean, even Pence brought that up with Hillary
Yeah.
spying on Trump.
Yeah, because they could never peacefully
And
transfer
if-
the power.
And how
They
they
still have
are
it.
going to change the rules. We got
Oh
another
yeah,
one.
that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going. We're gonna vote early too.
Mhm.
I want to at least. So yeah, I want to vote early too, so I don't have to stand in line.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
So.
But what was I just saying?
Fine.
How they're gonna change the rules so that way.
Oh
Like,
yeah, how Harris gonna bring fill the 9 seats or whatever. I
Mhm.
forget exactly what he's talking about, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that good? We good?
yeah, I think that about sums it up. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the debate, how you thought of the moderator.
Yeah, I thought overall it was a lot better. But all right, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like to show support as well, and also join our Facebook group because we have a lot of fun there too, sharing memes, pictures, statuses. We got a lot of great people in there that have fun talking back and forth. So if you're into that, I left the link down below in the description. So join that. We
Yeah.
have fun there too.
And
so.
thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And we try to go live every night, so we'll be on tomorrow. So
We'll see.
have a wonderful night. God bless.